Now, one of the biggest things that's been hit for the last couple of years has been the events business. We have a speaker who's just literally rushed in, busy trying to save the events business for the rest of humanity. She works in an events startup. She's going to do a more interactive session rather than just some long, droning, boring 20-minute pitch. So I want you to put your hands together, well, at least say a big welcome to, I better get the name pronounced right, Najuna Bajali, co-founder of NxtShow. Come on.
Woo!
Hello everyone, good morning, and people who are standing up, come listen, it's an amusing subject. Today I'm going to talk about the events industry and what's next. We've all noticed in the past month, well not noticed, it was forced on us that we were on lockdown. A lot of changed regulations about the events industry, no social gathering, laws and regulations have changed towards the subject, and we faced a lot of issues. I'm gonna put a view and ask you and interact with you about how do we see the events industry and how most of the event organizers or people who would like to organize events are pivoting into alternative mediums. So I'm gonna definitely, it's not gonna be this, and I don't think we are all enjoying this, covering our mouth with masks, being very overcautious, over-aware. How are we gonna act? You see someone you haven't seen for years, you run to them into Gitex and you go like, at the end, and this is not what we want to see. And at the end of the day, when you think about events, and I'm going to focus on business events, trade shows, corporate events, why do we do them in the first place? It's because we have a value. We need a value driven out of these events. It's either a piece of information I want to secure, or it should be a bargain I want to make, or a new lead I want to drive into my business. So how do we maintain this? How do we focus on the value at a time where events has stopped and changed? This will not work. Being segregated, being kept away from the public, not being to reach out is not a solution indeed. So the complex regulations, I skimmed through this because you all know it. This is actually from the Gitex. All of these regulations, all of these using the mask, avoiding the crowd. Events is all about crowd. How do I come to an event and you ask me to avoid the crowd? I want to get to the crowd and look at what they're looking. Covering our mouth, staying away, disinfecting. It's all causing us, this is causing cost and a burden on the event organizer. This requires more human factor. We need more headcounts to manage disinfecting. We need more headcount to manage cleaning everything, regulating the crowds, more investment, and less square meters indeed, because when we are saying social distancing, instead of being able to fit double the amount of people in front of me today, we only have half. That's also affecting the reach of an event, in an event I mean. So how do we sort that? Virtual events. So now everywhere you turn on the internet and on your social media, all you see is like virtual events. Virtual events is everywhere technically. But what is a virtual event? And when can I call something virtual events? It's easy to use the word. Pick up a Zoom meeting or a Teams meeting, invite multiple stakeholders and go about it's an event. But is it really an event? Is it really a virtual event? It's just a video webinar where I have a couple of speakers speaking and some audience listening, and the analytics that I get by the end of the day that I have a certain number of people there, 100 or 1,000, means that my message reached or my value has been accomplished, the value I'm seeking out of this event? Me personally, I don't think so. And that's why we came up, me and my team, I'm a co-founder and the managing person, I'd like to say, of NxtShow. We came up with this virtual platform. We developed it ourselves after attending so many virtual events and figuring out there's a gap. There is something that is not covered, and we created this virtual platform. The real value. What I'm showing you now on the big screen is a screenshot from the solution that we made. And I'm not here to pitch my solution, I just want to share with you some of the successful events that happened. This event, for instance, is an event for Mukatafa in Saudi Arabia. It was a job fair for hospitality, cafes, fast food restaurants. This event hosted more than 32,000 registered users, 20 of which our software, our platform capability of hosting and concurrent, the ability to host such a big amount of concurrent user with an error margin of 2%. That was a great success to us. As you can see, what we're doing right now, the way our platform looks like, it looks like a traditional event. You can see a lobby, and in that lobby you can see different aspects. They are all clickable, so you can reach the end value. But this is the bridge to our dream. Our dream to have something more of a platform software looking like, still driving the same value. But in order to reach the user and bridge their experience from where they were to where we want to take them, we had to reach out to them in a visual, easy to use, simple manner. This is an event that you walk out to with real analytics. I can know how many interviews happened in my event, how many applicants were seen, how many applicants actually found job. People can report, I can monitor. The event organizer have absolutely full control of their event. These are more of case studies and samples and stories. Mukatafa again. We have Sabiq in Saudi Arabia. It was a private event. It was an end-of-year meeting. We have My Health in Sharjah. It was an event for doctors and medical professionals to come gain more knowledge and secure the new procedures when it comes to COVID-19 dealings with patients and their families, and they hosted more than I think 55 speakers, if I'm not mistaken, from all around the globe speaking on the subject. We had the honor to host this event, and it was very surprising to us that we were able to sell our product outside UAE into the UK. And this event was sponsored, as you can see, by KPMG and Clifford Chance. And it was a great event talking about the financial resilience in the low economy, in the low-touch economy we're living these days. This event was an amazing event because there was business interactions and dealings. We actually seen people meet each other and enter a new business relationship. This event, and this is one of our earliest events that we've done, and it became not an annual event. This event happens 4 times a year. Univer is a company that helps universities recruit students from all around. The university come from all around the globe, from UK, US, UAE, and we invite and digitally market the event, so we can reach students from all around the Middle East and North African region, where they can come, meet, sit face to face with the universities, ask about living conditions, about tuition fees directly on this platform, and actually get to select the university they want to go to. A nice thing about this event also, the university get a chance to go on a stage, just like this one, but virtual, and deliver more experiences, discussions, their professors about their subject, and thus creates a holistic event experience. It's totally virtual. No one needs to spend 40 minutes coming down to the event place, not finding a parking, going through loops in terms to walk around a hall so big to secure a single lead. This way, it's all within your reach with the smart search features, AI, business matching tools, it's all there for you. All right, another one is an orientation day to UOS University, and Bab Noor is an autism application that also reached the parents of children with autism, presented therapists and more of a specifically experts on the subject of autism, connected them with the parents, and parents had a chance to actually ask their questions and know more and interact with these therapists in a very nice, secure platform. The hybrid events. We've been hearing a lot around hybrid events lately, and I'm totally with what we call hybrid. And my goal is we need to change the face of events and how they happen, and we need to be agile, and we need to be thinking out of the box. So, blending seamlessly what happens on the ground today. I could be speaking on the stage, a camera could be capturing me, and I could be streamed to a platform where more users and more event attendees can watch the session. I could have a small iPad in my hand, and I can actually listen to their question by reading it from my device. This and all our platform does, and a lot of platform can do as well, not only us. A lot of people thought of this and did it, and it's awesome how we can now interact and be there, whether in the physical place or in the... This is a graph or an infograph about the traditional exhibitions, and I'm talking about trade shows and how can we as an event industry pivot into using the advancement of logistics and logistics companies. As you can see, this is an issue all over the place. The organizing effort around such an event is huge and massive, especially if we have participants from outside the country that is hosting the event. What we are looking forward to achieve, inshallah, in the next quarter or 2 quarters is something like this future exhibition that I personally dreaming of hosting, inshallah. And it's basically, it's a virtual exhibition that happens on the internet, on the platform, given our platform or any other platform. Cargo and making use of the advancement in the logistics sector and the efficiency that they now, the delivery systems, the efficiency that it presents, a simple integration, and then be able to have the business matchmaking in place to match buyers with sellers, and capitalize on that by making appointments or delivering samples of products for sampling right to the serious buyer office or place, or simply setting up a physical hall where we can have those samples presented and people can book appointments to come down and sample. When you're a serious buyer and you're interested in a product, you will book that appointment, you will make that trip to check that appointment because eventually you're going to buy it. And this is very efficient for both sides, which is the showcasing. And it all happens between the physical space and between the virtual space, which makes the whole process of hosting and organizing events quite extremely efficient, which adds more ROI and more value. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you. What's your name? Yeah. Thank you for clapping. Anyone would like to ask a question?
Yeah, so thank you for the presentation. I wanted to, so did you start this platform post-COVID?
Yes.
And is this something you self-funded? Did you get funding for it?
We're self-funded. We're bootstrapping, to be honest. When we started, it's funny how we started this. We were on lockdown. We were a team of 5 people, and we started brainstorming and attending events. And we come from the events industry. We are an event company. We used to do physical events. And when it all stopped, we had 0 business. And the idea was, let's try and figure out which virtual platform to use so we can offer to our clients. And we couldn't find one that will be localized enough to the UAE market and to our clients. So we thought, let's do one. And we started with a small MVP. And when we started offering it, to our surprise, the acceptance level at the client was massive. We started development 10th, 15th of March. And we closed our first deal in 10th of April.
Wow.
And ever since, it's been like a roller coaster. I actually reached here really minutes before my speech, and I was running because I was on another meeting with a potential client, and it's non-stopping. This product and this business is growing in a way that even us who created it, the monster who created the monster, that we're unable, we're able, but it's a lot of effort to keep going with the amount. And the team has gone bigger, and now we are developing version 2, which is much better, it's much optimized and smarter.
So if I'm an attendee at one of these events, is it like I'm an avatar and I'm moving around?
No, you're not an avatar. We had done an MVP on the 3D type of thing where you're avatar and you're walking around, and we found out after verifying it in the market on an event, it doesn't bring the same value. People and attendees will be lost walking around into sort of a gamified experience, and they never reach the exhibitor and talk to him about what he has to offer. So you are just a user clicking on different points, each point taking you to the next level of information, and it gives you a way to actually text or video conference directly with the exhibitor. Like, it initiates an actual real-life communication throughout the event experience. The gentleman was trying to ask a question.
Hi, thank you so much for the
You're
presentation.
welcome.
It's great. I come from the event industry as well. I have an event company in Saudi Arabia. The two main questions, I just kindly like to know what exactly the meaning of hybrid and the virtual, what's exactly the difference?
Yes, please.
And on the other hand, I did see in your presentation, are you using a 3D techniques, which means all the way is a 3D, where there's very similar projects in worldwide and very successful now in the market. So how far you are from the international standard? Thank
Okay.
you so much.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go back to showing one of, can I go back? It seems I can't go back. I can't go back? All right. Let me answer your first question to be time conscious about the difference between hybrid events and virtual events. A virtual event is an event that goes completely online, where all the users are sitting behind screens and interacting on this event. This is the virtual event. A hybrid event is when you have something actually happening on the ground and you are able to connect both worlds together. So users on the internet are actually being able to interact with the physical space and vice versa. So me in Gitex today holding my mobile, I can get contacted by a participant who is already sitting behind his laptop in USA attending Gitex. That's if it was extremely virtual. I don't mean by virtual some people sitting at a stage here and I have someone talking me to on the screen. That would be another call. We're both in two different spaces, but basically it means that both worlds are really interacting together. So from behind his screen he can talk to the exhibitor on the booth, and me from behind my screen in an exhibition as an exhibitor or even as a visitor to Gitex, I can talk to any other participant network, ask for contacts, ask for a meeting, be it a virtual meeting or a physical meeting after the event through the same platform. Are we on to international standards? I would really like to answer that. Definitely yes, we are. We follow the best practices in software development, and we might be not known internationally right now, but I bet we will be. One of the things that I would measure our success, our modest success, is until now we have spent zero money into customer conversion. We didn't do any marketing. We didn't spend any, all of our marketing is organic, and we actually started a small campaign on social media marketing, and we stopped it within a week because we thought it's too much to handle, and our referral and word of mouth is spreading quite enough right now. And since we want to focus on our version 2, the amount of operations and sales now is enough to carry us through the next year. And thank you for your question, sir. And I want to add something. We are here to enable other event organizers and other event professionals to be able to have a tool that can cater to their needs and to their client needs. Thus, we offer very special treatment to fellow event organizers. Any more questions, please? Please.
Jude, I have a question.
Yeah.
You said you've got loads of people getting in touch with you. How are they finding you? How are they finding you? You're saying you're getting lots of...
They're either finding us through events we host and they attend, so they are guests at the events that we hosted on our platform, and they start asking, oh, what is this platform, where did you get to? Or from referrals from organizers who really liked the platform, and they are basically recommending us for other people. The gentleman.
Mr. Moore. My name is KK. You can call me KK.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. My question: what do you think about the future of virtual event after COVID?
Thank you so much for your question. Virtual events. How I'm thinking about it is not to say virtual events, physical events. The face of events will be different after COVID, because COVID forced the entire ecosystem of events to change, to take a pivot, whether we liked it or not. And when our clients, and when we found out there are more efficient ways to achieve the same value with half of the cost, how do you think businesses will behave? As a business and as someone in the business, I would like to very much secure the same value out of something and pay half of the cost that I used to pay. So if I guarantee you today, hosting an event with a virtual platform, be it me or any other platform, it is true that hosting virtual events, if done correctly and if done as they should be with the correct amount of marketing, it's an equation at the end of the day. You will achieve the same value, the same reach, the same leads you want to convert with half of the cost of the build-up. Not to mention the environmental aspect. Imagine all of this wood, all of these materials used here today will have to be disposed. It's gone. It's a cost for a very temporary time, and it will be gone. Any more questions?
Many of these things are structured for American style, American
in the UK,
audience,
yeah.
and the UK, and they just don't speak to a local audience. So that's the bit where.
And the one thing I forgot, our platform is dual language.
So it's dual language.
Bilingual, Arabic and English, and can accommodate further languages as well.
Well, great. Wish you good luck with that, Najud. That's
Thank
really
you.
fantastic, and a great presentation as well.
Thank you very
And
much.
where's your stand here?
We are in Media City,
In Media City.
Dubai Media City, Building 10, same one as the BBC.
Great. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you everyone.
We have.